Hello, guys. We are back. It's Thursday. We're here with another live session. Hope you guys are having a great week. I've got my coffee here, my usual Kokomo. I've been stealing my husband's drink. This is what he usually gets. I usually get a mocha, but I've been enjoying the Kokomo. So here we are enjoying. And so today, what I wanted to do and work on is the hat, basically, for my little character Sprinkle, who is the birthday cake cat, over on yummicats.com. And I've got two sprinkles here, and I need to make two Patti the Party hats. So I've already gotten started, and what I've got so far is I've got the pointy bit. Here we go. I've got the two little pointy bits, but they don't have faces. Hi, Simply Made by Hand. Welcome back. Glad to see you're here with me again. So today I'm going to work, just chucked it. Today I'm going to work on Patti the Party hats. So I've got her two, the base parts of the hats. And then I've got one bottom to it, because what I do with these is I don't want to have it hollow, because once I start doing all the details on there, you see everything inside, and I just didn't like how that looked. So I have a little sort of like barrier that I stitch to the bottom, and that also kind of hides the what you call it, it's like the elastic band that goes around Sprinkle's head and holds Patti on top. So that kind of also hides those ends as well. And so it just looks more polished and more finished off. So I need to finish the other one, which is what I'm working on now. And then I'll have to do all the details on the face, make the little pom-poms on the top, stitch the I can never think of the name. Oh my gosh, the elastic band. I'll stitch that down, and then she'll have her party hats. So that's what I'm working on today. So Simply Made, are you working on anything today, or anybody else that's out there? Let me know where you're tuning in from, and what you're working on, and if you've got a beverage of choice, what you're drinking. I realize my beverage has left spots of water all over my table. There we go. All right. So I'm going to add the top down view just so that you guys can watch me crochet while we're chatting away. Give me just a second. Here we go. Hello. Here we go. I always like to check it out. All right. So I'm working on the second round here, and I've been doing it kind of by heart. So they may not all be exactly the same, but like I think this one may actually be a little bit shorter. That doesn't really make a difference. All it is there for is just to kind of hide everything, so that way you don't see all the inner stitching and whatnot. So I'm working on a 6-day star blanket. Ooh, is it in the shape of a star, or is it a blanket that has stars like applique on there? What kind of star blanket is this? That's really neat. I still really need to, I think one of these times, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I think it would be cool to like work on this whip that I've been doing. I think I mentioned it last week, this solar system corner to corner blanket that I have all the squares made, but I need to actually sew them together. So if I could figure out how to do that and have it up on my table, then that would be something I could easily like just work on as we're chatting. So I might try to figure out how I'm going to do that. It's the hardest part, I think, is just figuring out how to keep it together while I'm sewing it, because normally you'd have it laid out on the floor, and then you just sort of work along. So I'm not sure how I would do that. Or maybe I set up on the floor, I guess. We could do that too. Oh, it's star shaped. Oh, that's so cool. Very cool. How big is it going to be when you're finished with it? Is it like did you say if it was for, is it for like a baby, or just is for an adult? That's really neat. I've seen some cool looking shawls too. They weren't really stars per se, but they kind of had the kind of different star shape towards the bottom. I guess it's kind of more of a ruffle or anything than a star, but yeah. Okay, let me see. Where am I here? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this is just a single crochet. I think that's it on this piece, actually. Like I said, I think I did it a little smaller, which is fine. It'll work just fine. It doesn't really matter. That's why I wasn't too concerned with it, and I didn't bother referencing my pattern. My mom was always like, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you don't reference a pattern. Well, clearly, sometimes you have everything work out perfectly, and sometimes you have things that are slightly larger than others, and that's okay too. Doesn't really matter. It's going to be a full-size blanket. Wow. You crazy. I haven't made a blanket in quite some time. I think the last blanket I made was the Wishgan, which is that corner to corner one. Those are such a labor of love because they take so freaking long to make. And then I give my mom the pieces to sew the ends in because I can't stand sewing in all the loose ends. And mine always have a ton of them to sew in as well because I like to make really elaborate pieces, like I take them, it's kind of like pixelated drawing, right? So I usually end up with a ton of loose ends because there's a lot of color changes. So, which is one thing that I think those that make my blankets aren't very appreciative of, but they like how they turn out, which is kind of where I'm at with it. So, anyway, okay. So I laid out, just to make it easier for myself, I laid out the safety eyes here. So I've got, these are size 6mm safety eyes that I'm going to put in. And I think we're going to go in this area. He's trying to get it through the stitches. Ah! Oh my gosh, I can hear one of my cats scratching at the door. He does, it's got to be Merlin, my black and white tuxedo cat. He does this to me every time I'm doing something. It's just like, if it's not the kids, it's the cats. They're always at my heels wanting me for something. All right, Patty, where's your other eyeball gonna go? Let's see, maybe right here. Let's see how this looks. There we go. Did you have a nice week, Simply Made? Did you do anything fun? Here we go. I don't know. What do you think? Is that too close together? I think it's kind of cute. And the little smile in the middle. I think I'm pleased with that. So I think I'll keep them there. Let me just double check and make sure we're good. Yes. All right. So I'm going to keep those ones there because I think it's cute. I know, right? So I was watching... what's her new name? Elise Rose Crochet. I don't know if you've ever seen her videos, but she got that tool. So I tried to back the Kickstarter for this. There's a tool, special tool. I think originally they 3D printed it but they were looking to actually have it properly manufactured. But it's basically like pliers, and one side has a pad on it so it doesn't scratch the safety eye. Then the other side has like an opening so that the backing can sort of fit into it. And so she was testing it out because she got her hand on some because I don't think they're out yet. And so first I tried to back the Kickstarter. I was so excited. I'm like, yes, I want all the things. So I wanted both of them. There's two sizes, one for bigger eyes and one for smaller eyes because it kills my hands. I just can't do that all the time, especially when you get into the blanket yarns. It's really, really hard to get the backings on. But anyways, so I backed it and I was very excited. And then I just happened to notice, because I'm starting a Kickstarter, so I happened to see on the other things that I was backing that it didn't get funded. There was an issue. They tried to, I think, overshoot what they needed or something, and whatever it was, it didn't work. They tried it again, and then they didn't get the backing that they needed or the funding to the level that they actually needed to manufacture it properly. So that's out. So I'm not sure how Elise Rose got it. I think it might be a different company actually. But anyways, that's like a long story basically to tell you that hers, for the smaller eyes, the backing actually, the hole that that's on the pliers was too big, and so the backing kept going through the hole and not actually working. However, some of the bigger backings, like for a 12 millimeter or probably that or above that are a little bit wider, those worked perfectly. And she said that they were super easy. It was super easy to use because, doing this motion and clamping is a lot different than trying to get in there with the safety eye with your fingertips. So I would probably still go and buy that, even for just the larger eyes, even if it didn't work for the smaller eyes, because I just think that that's really cool. That's a really cool tool if it ends up working well. So hopefully that comes on the market. You had a pretty good week. You got to go to Hobby Lobby. Ooh, did you buy stuff? It's only good if you buy stuff. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see if I can do this. Oh my God. It hurts. Oh, it hurts. Okay. Let me just do this and see. Okay, this isn't working. I'm going to try something. I have a tool too, but I don't care for it as much. Let me see if I can use it though. Okay. All right, I have these things and they're not great. But for this, it might work. So I'm going to try, because I don't want it to scratch on my desk. I'm going to use some paper just for the eye piece. Okay, so I gotta find out which one is better. I think this is the one. Okay, let's see if this works, okay? We'll do it together. Okay, here we go. Ooh, did that? I gotta click. Okay, let's see if I can get another one. I think we're just gonna deal with one click. That's it, we got one. Okay, well, it's on. Look at that. Hey. Ooh, you found yarn on clearance. Nice. That's the best. I'm debating. I get advertisements from Joann's daily, and Michael's is doing the same thing now because I happened to go in there recently. So they're sending me all these things like, hey, don't miss out on these cool deals. Ooh, doorbusters and all that. And Joann's has this, I think I bought one. It's the blanket yarn. I think it's the Brights. So it's blanket yarn Brights and Bernat, and it's this really, really super vibrant purple tone, like almost like a royal purple. It's really pretty. For whatever reason, they have it on half off clearance right now. I just got the notice today. It's $5.99 for a skein of the Bernat in that color. So I'm debating on if I should go get some or not. Problem is I don't have a project plan, so I don't know if I should do that or if I really should just use the yarns that I have. All right, I'm going to try to do the other one. Let's see. Here we go. Sweetness. Yes. It works. All right, well, that tool seems to work well. What I was doing before, oh my gosh, this was so ridiculous. You can even see. Can you see there's a safety eye backing stuck in there? I'm sure I could pull it out. I just haven't yet. I could probably pull it out with my hook. Let's see. I got it. Anyway, now it's stuck on my hook. Oh, there we go. So yeah, I wasn't thinking about like, oh, I should just get something soft to push the eye part down on so that it doesn't crack the eye or whatever. So I was like, I didn't know how to use these, right? So I was like, oh, maybe you go like this. And I was trying to push them together like this. I didn't read the directions, so I'm just trying to figure this stuff out on my own here. But yeah, so we figured it out. We don't need to do that. These are just for different sizes, so different size backings. I think I even have one more that's even bigger as well. So, I mean, these work, clearly. I'll give them at least a 4.5 out of 5, right? Anyway. So how much yarn did you end up buying? Do tell. I'm still trying to organize myself because I'm telling you guys, the space that I have is way too small for all the stuff that I have and want to have near me. Um, so I've bought some things on Temu actually for shelving and also for craft fairs, like to have for displays. So I'm thinking of doing a video and kind of sharing with you guys my things that I've purchased from Temu because they're awesome. I'm really happy with all of them. I actually just got in a bunch of them yesterday. And I got things that I got it for under $50, and I got basically a sort of a bamboo wood force. It kind of goes from biggest to smallest, but a 4-step bookcase sort of thing. And right now I have, and then I got one of these, like it assembles when you're there at the show, so you can just put it up, and it's got 4 stairs, if you will. And I thought that would be really good to showcase the Amis on, especially like the Yummy Cats and their little ice cream cups and stuff. So I think that'd be really cute. So that worked out. And then I got some spinning ones for keychains. I got some crochet hooks that I'm going to try out. So I think I might just do like a Temu haul and just sort of test some things out, because I have yarn from them too that I wanted to try out. So that could be a whole video in and of itself. One skein of yarn for a shirt you're working on. Oh, cool. I've seen this. It actually says it's a t-shirt yarn that I don't remember what brand that it was, but is that the kind of yarn that you got for that? It's really interesting. It's a really interesting sort of yarn fabric, whatever you want to call it, that they've made into the string to use. So be interesting to see if that would work for an Ami. I'm not too sure. Okay, anyway, I'm diverting my attention here. Okay, we've got eyes on one. Let's do the eyes on the other one and just get that part out of the way. So I usually try to make them about even. So I'm going to do that now. Okay. Let me just get this part in here. There we go. And the other eyeball. We'll do this right here, I think. Oops. Okay, I have to kind of twist them a little bit and wiggle them to get them to go through the stitching. There we go. That looks even. Backing time. All right, let me grab my little tool. There we go. Pretty sure I got these off of Temu too. When I found Temu, it was like right before Christmas time last year, and I went a little crazy on it because I could get a bunch of stuff that was cheaper. And I'm sure everybody knows it's difficult at Christmas time to get all the things that you want, so it's nice when you can find them for cheaper. All right, let's see if I can do this. No, you bought a lace yarn. Oh, very cool. Very nice, very nice. Okay. So I don't know if it's this safety eye, because normally when I do safety eyes, I'll get like 3 pops out of them to put them on, but these particular backs are very concave. So I'm guessing that's why I'm only really getting the 1. But either way, it's still on there. So, okay, I'm going to go get this other baby in here. There we go. Perfect. Awesome. Eyes are in. Yeah, I keep buying more yarn. It's a problem. And I need to find better ways to put it out there. Like I love when I can see things like, Crochet by Jenna. She's got behind her all her yarn in like big shelving and stuff like that. And it looks really pretty. I want some way of displaying it because yarn is so pretty. And then you end up getting multiples of the same colors. You could do like a whole color thing, and really get it out there. But I haven't been able to get anything like that. I don't really have the space for it right now, but okay, so what I need to do now is put the mouth on. with embroidery thread, and then I will start on the spots, and then I've got to do the pom-poms all before I put the bottom in. So, okay, let's see here. So I started a Patreon this week for my Frizzy Bee crochet followers, and I'm really excited about it. It's got 3 different tiers. There's links down below so you guys can access it easily. But for the first tier, it's the yarn friends, and so it's like a $3 tier, and it just helps me buy yarn and make sure I have the supplies that I need and such. And then you get to do like Q&As with me, and you get to see yarn haul videos and that kind of stuff, like extra ones. So I'll take you in on that. And then I have the next tier is I want to say it's the Frizzy Crocheters. And for that one, you get a free pattern basically every month. So I'm going to start making amigurumi patterns that are just for my patrons. That will come out for my patrons first, and then those in the Frizzy Crocheters Club will end up getting to have access to the pattern for the month. So they can download it and do whatever they need to save it and stuff like that. And then it goes into my pattern vault, which is going to be always accessible by the last tier, which are my Frizzy Bee Inner Hive. So it's like my inner circle. And those guys are going to get extra lives with me, so we can actually go video and chat with each other, because I want to see you guys too. I think that would be really fun. So we're going to do those extra live videos. Those are going to be polls. They can be my pattern testers. There's a lot of fun things that's going to go on over on the Patreon. I already have a few posts, and this month's pattern that I released already for my middle and tier patrons is the little whale. So this little guy is now available. So if you join my Patreon and become a patron, then you can get the pattern for this little guy. So that's already up. And then I've got some ideas that I have already drawn up for my next project that I want to do. So I think I'm going to put a poll out and see what we want to do next, because I've got some cute ones that I drew up and I'm excited about. So, all right. So anyways, let me find a proper needle that I can use. Where's my little bowl? Hang on. Let me see if I have one in here that's thinner. This one might work. It's not as thick of a yarn needle, so let me go with that one. If it doesn't work, I'll find a smaller one. Okay, my blue is trying to attack me. Yeah, I've had lots going on this week, so I took a day, or it was probably a couple days, and I really spent some time on the Patreon to get that all set up and situated. And then I've also been working on a Kickstarter that I'm hoping to have live by August 1st. And that's going to be basically, I'm making Sprinkle I'm going to have it manufactured as a fabric plushie that has embroidered details and also has a removable Patti the Party hat. And so for the past couple of months, I've been working with 2 different manufacturers. And one of them just blew me away with the quality of what they came back with. And we did a little back and forth, and I'm just like super happy with it. I think it's going to be so cute. It's going to allow me to really offer these at a more affordable price for those that can't afford the handmade version. And then I'll still have the handmade versions available, but those will be more of a, premium deluxe kind of thing, because like I want these to be more accessible, and also the turnaround time would be much quicker, obviously, because they're manufactured instead of handmade. So for those that just need it now, then that would be something much more approachable way to get the little guys for gifts and whatnot. So I've got my manufacturers currently making a prototype for Nanner, which is the banana split cat. And I'm supposed to get some pictures by tomorrow, they said. So I'm really excited to see what they come back with. Sprinkle, really the biggest changes that needed were a couple things on Patti just to really make her look right, and then the tail, the candle tail, the birthday candle tail. So those were the only two things that we really had to kind of fix, I would say. But I mean, they fixed them in pretty much one go, and then it looked great. I'm super happy. And very excited about it. So yeah, so the Kickstarter, I'm working on different things that you'll get for different tiers. So I'm working on, there's like a day with sprinkle, kind of a sticker pack. So I'm doing some illustrating sort of things. We'll have buttons and magnets and all these fun sort of stuff, all to do with sprinkle. And then we'll have some for Nanner too if we reach the stretch goal and can actually get Nanner put into production as well. So this is my first time doing anything for Kickstarter. I've backed Kickstarters before, and I think it's a really fun platform to just basically get people that are interested to assist you in funding the manufacturing of things, because it's really expensive. And they often will have a minimum order quantity, and this one that I'm working with is a 500 plushie minimum order quantity, which is quite a bit. So it's nice to be able to have just the knowledge that it's desired by others, and that way I can put it into production, get it going. So I'm super excited. So that I'll be working.
Julianne,
Yeah?
need help. I'm sorry. Can you please quit?
Okay. Sorry guys, I have to cut this short. I'll hopefully hop on in just a few. Okay? Bye guys. Stay tuned.